YouTube, Miss Bunny Ears here, and I have filmed this video 3 times now. And each time there's been technical errors. The first time, I was exhausted in my pajamas, and the video quality was shit. It did not come out at all. So I had to use that one. The second time, it cut out too early. The third time, it just didn't film at all because the phone died. And now here I am filming for the 4th time. I'm dedicated. This video is my Wordstock 2016 experience. And if you don't know what Wordstock is an event that happened in Portland where 100 authors come in and there's signings, there's conferences, there's other vendors of other book-related items. It was an event that happened for 1 day in November, and it was really fun. And here I am to talk about what I bought from there. Let's get into it. So, fun fact, I worked that day. So I only had time to travel from where I live and my work all the way to Portland with whoever would come with me. And that's like 30 minutes of travel time. So I really was only there for like a couple hours. I know by really fast. If not, I think I was only there for like an hour and a half. Really wasn't enough time. I wanted to go specifically to see Jay Asher. And Jay Asher, if you don't already know, he wrote 13 Reasons Why. It's a very iconic book, and I suggest you picking it up if you've never read it before. That was his only book. I went there for him, but I'll get into it later. But basically, there's other things that kept me staying in the first place. So we walked into Wordstock, and there are tons of vendors out there, but I went to gravitate towards the authors. So at Wordstock, there was like 100 authors, right? Most of them in vendors and their own booths selling their own books. However, a few select ones of them were up doing signings of books, and there was a huge line. And because I didn't have a book with me at the time, I gravitated towards the Powell section of autographed books. The first book that I gravitated towards and ended up purchasing was Petal Zombies by Ellie Blue, which is 13 feminist bicycle science fiction stories, which is really quirky and is so cute. And because feminism, zombies, bicycles, I'm guessing like around Portland, science fiction, short stories, dude, totally for me. We also got $5 off coupons for each person that came in. So I used Jonah's coupon on another book. One of them went to here. So ours was $10. It was only $5 after I used the coupon, which made it even better. And the second book I gravitated towards and bought was... The book I gravitated towards and did purchase was Flying Couch by Amy Kurzweil. And this is a graphic memoir. And if you know me, not only do I like short stories and thrillers, I also love graphic novels. They're fun. And this is like centered around generations of women. I know it's a grandmother. No, I was wrong. It's a young Jewish artist. There's a psychologist. Yes, there's a grandmother. I was right. Ignore that. And a World War II survivor who escaped Warsaw Ghetto by disguising himself as a Gentile. So it kind of just follows that. And I got an autographed copy, which is so exciting. I know the artwork was really beautiful. I know that Jonah picked it up and was like, I'm not really sure about this one, but I'm willing to give anything a try, honestly. And it's so pretty, and it's autographed. And I never heard this one before, and Flying Couch, the title, pretty interesting if you ask me, honestly. Okay, so back to what I was saying earlier. So I came to the event specifically because Jay Asher, one of my favorite books by him is 13 Reasons Why. It's his only book that I know of that he's written. And I knew that he was coming out with a new book called What Light. And I got there hoping to get in line to sign a book. I forgot my copy of 13 Reasons Why at home. I was very sad about it. Not only that, they had run out of copies of What Light. Literally. Amanda, my friend who came, she had her own copy, and she got a sign. That was really cool for her, and I'm so happy for her. I was really butthurt because I looked for the copy everywhere, and I just couldn't find it. I was just so angry, and Amanda knew I was angry, and bless her soul, she had the smartest idea. She went back in line, brought her copy of What Light, and asked Jay Asher to sign the dust cover. And I present to you What Light by Jay Asher. And on the back is where he signed it. Isn't that fucking awesome? Hell fucking yes. That was the sweetest thing. It made me feel so much better. And you're probably asking, well, Christina, you have a copy. Where'd you get it? I shamefully went to Powell's literally right after and picked up a copy because I couldn't wait. You know what's hilarious at Powell's? It was pretty close by to Portland Art Museum, which is where the Wordstock was being held. And Powell's had an autographed version of What Light already by Jay Asher. Isn't that hilarious? I find that so funny. And so What Light, as far as I know, because I really want to go into this blindsided specifically because it's Jay Asher, I don't want to have any expectations. I don't want to have to ruin this for me because it's already so special to me because of the experience. I know it centers around Christmas and it's about a love story. I think that she's divided between states and her love for both states and what they each bring them. I think one of them's Oregon, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to give too much. I know I always say this in every video because I know I'm like, I don't know the synopsis of this book. That's true. I never know the synopsis about these books. However, this one, I'm happy I don't. And yeah, isn't that just so cool, guys? I never got to meet him, and that's okay. Literally, this is all I needed. It's great. So I got a few more books at Wordstock. I was leaving that little area of like books and Powell's and the authors. I went through vendors, and one vendor was this woman. And I stopped by for her books because I saw cats. As again, let me show you the book. Cat's Eyes by Molly Hunt. It is a crazy cat lady mystery. So it involves cats, involves a crazy cat lady. There's a lady, there's a mystery, I think maybe a murder. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm overplaying, maybe it's just a mystery. But, dude, I met her. She was so nice. And she had other books. I really considered buying the whole trilogy and the short story. However, I first thought was, I don't know. I don't really want to spend too much money at this event. But she was really nice. She was nice enough to even sign the book for me. If I can get it up to show you. Pretty rad, right? But literally, she was the nicest person ever. And I was happy I could support a individual artist who was producing this with herself. And I mean, yeah, that was really bomb as fuck. And I'm actually excited to read this. Honestly, it's quirky. It sounds adorable. And if you know me, I'm a crazy cat lady. I've got 2 cats on my own. So, yeah. And then I got one last book at Wordstock. However, there is 2 more books. I'll get into why in a second. So, the last vendor that I stopped at and purchased from was these old used books. And it was like, what, 4 for $10 or whatever, or 1 book for $4. And I saw one book as I was walking past it and literally almost screamed. I went back, I was like, I have to get this. And that book is Orange is the New Black by Piper Kerman. And I'm sure you've already heard of this book because it's a TV show on Netflix. It's about this woman who goes to jail, and it's her time in jail and her experience. It's memoir. And it's about what you might think. I did watch the show. I had not caught up on it at all because I got spoiled. I was kind of sad with the direction the show was going. And honestly, I do want her experiences. I would love to read them. I decided why not pick up the book. I had this on my Goodreads for some time now. I was very much aware the book existed, and like I said, I just basically screamed. I got it for like $4. This is $16 full price. I got it for $4. That's so cool. I think that's so cool. Yeah. Pretty exciting because I'm on my Goodreads list. That's awesome. So, as I was saying, that was the last book I got of Wordstock. However, I did mention I got What Light at Powell's when I went after Wordstock. What Light wasn't the only one. And I would have gotten more. Let's be fair, I usually buy a lot of books from Powell's. I haven't gone there recently, which reminds me. Jonah, we're going to Powell's again soon, okay? Okay. It's happening. So, the last thing I picked up, we were not running past. I picked up What Light. We were going to head towards the line. The glimpse of my eye saw this, and I knew it was on Goodreads. It was an awards thing. You do the yearly awards for like best graphic novel, best science fiction novel, best fantasy, best memoir. This was on it, and this book is Adulthood is a Myth by Sarah Anderson. And don't get me wrong, I didn't buy this because it's a comic, and I also didn't buy it because of the reading list. I just knew it was both. I bought it because I actually follow Sarah Anderson on multiple social media websites for a long time now. And as many artists I like to follow, I follow like Piccolo, and I follow Sarah Anderson, Kate Louise Powell, a lot of people, mainly from Tumblr, because I've been on Tumblr for years now, like 10 years. No, probably not as many as 10 years, probably like 9 years. Anyways, I'm very well known with her, and it just felt nice to finally have like her work in my hands. It's so cool. I would hope that I can get other artists' work in my hands, and just add to it, because it's so much there. It's not just a book, it's so much more, if it makes any sense. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do a whole collection of like graphic novels / comics, if this makes sense, but of like Tumblr artists that started on Tumblr or started on social media sites who just have bind-ups, because I have a few, and I could go through them. I might do that. So alright, back to the book. This comic book. So basically, Adulthood is a Myth is going through this comic or graphic novel, however you want to put it, and you're following the main character with her rabbit, and she talks about adulthood and things I'm sure everyone goes through. I know I go through some of these. And it's just fun and quirky, and yeah, that cool? I think it's cool. I mentioned earlier about how I wish I would have brought more money. So, I actually had a lot of money for this event. I usually typically have like a lot of money when I go to events because I know I want to buy things. In the past, I haven't had money prepared before I go to events. I'm never prepared for this to happen. However, like I said, I brought lots of money. But the way I'm conditioned to think and how I was raised by my dad and my mom was you don't want to spend a lot of money at a time, and not even just that, but you shouldn't. Like, it's not good. I'm someone who usually saves lots of money because it's debatable now, but basically, I shouldn't buy enough, even though I had enough. I even told Jonah, who came with me, it's like, I should have bought more. I had enough. It's a special event. There was other autographed copies there, other vendors, other people who were selling like individual stuff you're not going to get anywhere else, not even in stores. I should have bought more. So one more person was selling like pillows in scarves with words on it, and I was so mad at myself because I do this every single time. I don't know. Do you guys do this? Let me know if you guys do this. Do you ever prepare yourself, you bring lots of money, prepare yourself for an event, and end up realizing that you talk yourself out of spending a lot of money? I do that. I am guilty of doing that. 40 bucks always feels like a lot of money to me. Shit, I just got my hair down. That was so much more than $40. It was really hard for me to do. My Wordstock experience, I took so many tries to film, so many errors. I'm just glad to finally say that it's filmed. Get it out of the way. I can put these on my pile over there. I don't have a shelf yet. Get to them, and I'll be with a new video soon. Thank you.